Chapter 2. His Excellency Sam regains calmness after summoning Professor Okong to his office. He is particularly satisfied with the services offered to him by Major Johnson Osai and the Army Chief of Staff. After assuming power, His Excellency retired many top military men and adds the title of presidency, but many military men protest. It is Major Johnson Osai who had led the witch hunting of trying and executing the military men in the barracks. He is also the person who briefs His Excellency about the Abazon delegation because he had forehand information. Professor Okong is surprised that His Excellency already has information of the protests outside, but Professor Okong says he does not know the reason yet. His Excellency associates the protests to the raid on Entebbe airport by Israeli soldiers, and Professor Okong apologizes on behalf of the entire cabinet. His Excellency tells Professor Okong that he has never relied on his cabinet for any useful information because he finds the members unreliable. His Excellency does not want people to mock him for incompetence. Therefore, His Excellency informs Professor Okong that the delegation is from Abazon and brandishes it to be loyal and friendly delegation that has come to the presidential palace to show gratitude. Nevertheless, the people of Abazon are suffering from a drought. His Excellency has phobia for protest and wishes that this one be dealt with immediately. Ironically, he does not want to receive them personally because this will encourage other groups of people to carry out similar acts. So he requests Professor Okong to receive them on his behalf and to speak to them in a soft and nice language while apologizing for His Excellency's unavoidable absence. He demands that Professor Okong tells the delegation that he is occupied with state matters, speaking with the President of the United States, or something of that sort. He should also make the reception jovial, receive whatever petition that they have brought, and treat them well. His Excellency also orders Chris to send a reporter to cover the event, and the protocol chief should send a photographer who will take pictures of Professor Okong shaking hands with members of the delegation with smiles. Professor Okong takes advantage of the relaxed atmosphere to tell His Excellency that he is a very generous man, especially to the people of Abazon. He also accuses the people of Abazon of causing trouble all the time and links Ikem to the protest as he considers Ikem a typical Abazonian. His Excellency does not fall for such suggestion but decides to find things using his own methods. He also cautioned Professor Okong not to have a television coverage of the event because this might encourage other people to carry out protests so that they should appear on television. Professor Okong backstabs Chris and Ikem, who are close friends of His Excellency, accusing them of being capable of starting trouble or even overthrow the government. He also claims that these two gentlemen are not loyal to His Excellency. His Excellency openly tells Professor Okong that he does not entertain gossip and believes in facts, leaving the professor humiliated as he goes out to receive the delegation. Professor Okong also believes that the drought is divine punishment for Abazon's rebellious nature. Meanwhile, the other members of the cabinet had been held in the meeting room and asked to leave as His Excellency summons the Attorney General. Alone in his office, His Excellency is bemused with such behavior from intellectuals and wonders what use are they to him and the government. His Excellency asks the Attorney General and asks him to give him a straightforward answer concerning the disloyalty of Chris and Ikem. As a lawyer, the Attorney General replies that he relies on facts, but from his point of view, he believes that Chris is not 100% loyal to him because he has seen him wearing a long face. He believes that Chris behaves in this manner because he and His Excellency have been classmates, and Chris finds it difficult to accept that he is the president. The Attorney General sees nothing wrong for him to worship and take orders from His Excellency. The Attorney General insists that all that he has said is based on opinion and not facts, making His Excellency to appreciate his opinion, and His Excellency asks the Attorney General to keep their conversation secret. From the chapter, we can see the following. There is abuse of power when His Excellency executes other military men who are able to oppose his rulership. The chapter also focuses on the incompetence of the leader who cannot settle simple social strife. The attitude of Professor Okong symbolizes that of many people in power who spend time gossiping and backstabbing others to gain favor. Professor Okong hints to the fact of disloyalty of Chris and Ikem, which is very important and significant to the development of the plot. There is also an inside information about the relationship